All right, here we go. We have for you our second match of the day. This is an A-side match. We have Dan Louie and Paul Potier. Danny is in the dark blue and Paul is in the red. They just flipped for the break. It looks like Danny won it. So here we go. Danny is breaking. First rack, race to 7. A-side match. Ooh. Danny almost scratched there. Looks like he's a little hooked on the one ball. I'm going to slide over here so I can actually get to a place where I can, change camera angles. Here we go. Let's, there we go. Up. Now Paul's head's kind of in the way. Alright, so Paul has maybe a little bit of an edge of that one ball. Oh, no, I think he hit the 8 first. So ball in hand to Danny. Princess, if you go to the Rails to Rail Facebook page, there is a picture of the bracket posted there from start of play today. You can take a look at that, and that'll tell you who put Damien on the B side. And Faceman, in some ways, you're absolutely right. Damien put himself on the B side. He's a tough guy to beat unless he makes too many mistakes. Alright, so we got Paul broke. Made one on the break. Looks like he made the 5 ball. The 1 ball is on the rail. Paul will probably play a safe here, I'm guessing. Try to bring the cue ball behind the 4 ball and use that 4 ball as a blocker. I think that worked out all right. So Danny's got his Ernie Amori jump cue, and he is going to try to jump over the 9 ball and make a good hit on the 1. Maybe make it in the corner pocket. Looks like it would go successful in getting up over that 9 ball. And didn't leave Paul much on this 1 ball. Paul might be able to he might be able to cut the 1 into the side. He could also try the cross bank in the side, and he could also probably run it up table, but he was going directly into the side pocket. It gives him his best opportunity for the 2 and the 3. The 4 is out in the middle of the table, so that's not a problem. The 6 goes by the 7 into the corner pocket here on the camera side of the table to the left. Wow, that pocket rattled. That pocket has rattled a lot of shots this weekend. Just tapped into the 2, bring the 3, the cue ball out in the middle of the table. He can play the rail here, come underneath the 9 and come out for the 4. He can also just draw this back, which it looks like that's kind of what he's doing here. Oofsta. He kind of poked at that a little bit. It's kind of an odd stroke from Danny. All right, we only have 1 match still going on from the first round this morning, and that is Robin Adams and Tim Whitworth. Looks like Tim Whitworth is up 5-4 over Robin. Alright, well now Paul still has the out here. The 6 still goes by the 7 into the corner pocket. The 8 is not sitting on the rail, although it is really close to the side pocket, so he might want to try to get above the 8 or be really straight on the 8. One of the two would probably work. So he is taking the 7 in the corner. I probably would have... Okay, I see why he did that. Because he was trying to get above the 8 to take the 8 in the side instead of... yeah, he had a different plan than I did. His plan was way better than mine. I'm sure of it. I think this might Kurtz, not Tim Whitworth. No, it's Tim Whitworth. Never mind. Don't count your chickens before they're hatched there, Warner. This match is far from over. Alright, so Danny has an opportunity at the table. The 2 is kind of on the rail. Looks like it'll go by the 7. 3 is just below the rack spot. The 5 does not. Well, actually the 5 should go by the 7 too, so... Well, maybe the 2 didn't go by the 7. Danny was trying to make something fun happen here. If he could get that 2 to the rail, it would make it a little harder for Paul. But looks like Paul can cut the 2 in. Maybe run into the 9 as a little bit of a break for the cue ball. Take the 3 up table to get on the 5. And he avoided the 9, so he is trying to get back up above the 3 ball. Alright, so again, it's just play the rails and get up table for the 5. Good pace. Bounce off the rail. It's going to give him some angle off the 5 to get over for the 6. He can do a couple of things here. He could put some follow on this and come off the side rail and back out in the middle of the table. He can put some draw on it. And get even closer to the 6 ball. He's got a lot of angle on that 6. Maybe a little too much angle. So he's resizing up the table here. Got the 7 up in the corner. There we go. A little bit of a back cut. Little tiny bit of a back cut on the 7 to come back down for the 8. The straighter he is on the 8, the better. For me, at least. I need lots of room for error. All right, Paul goes up 3-0 over Danny. All right, well, Paul's got some issues here with this rack. The one ball will go by the 8. Well, he took it off the 5, which I thought was kind of interesting. It didn't look like he really needed to do that to me, but he got that 5 ball moving. Now he's got a bit of a back cut on the 2. If he can avoid the 6, there we go. 3 goes by the 8. He did put that park. Is that the word? Yes, park. That's a word. Park is a word.
Park is a word.
Which is kind of like grease is a word, only different.
Different song.
Yes, yes. He parked the 5 ball over by that corner pocket, so that's going to make the shape to the 5 a bit easier. And then he's giving himself some good angle. He'll just come underneath the 6 and probably take the 6 up table. He's trying to get above the 6.
Yeah, and he knew when he hit it, he didn't get there.
Yep, he knew that right away. A little short. Triple combos forever. Triple off angle combos forever, right?
Yeah.
I just probably run this.
Yeah, he's playing a
very
safety
nice,
here.
Very nice. Although I think Danny can come off the foot rail and make good hit on the 6. Looks like if he hits the 6 right, it should just go straight up in the corner pocket.
Well, I don't think he's going to hit it that hard. I think he's actually going to try to put the cue ball on the 7 and send the 6 ball up to the side rail and out.
Yep. A little harder than I thought, maybe.
No.
But that's good. The 6 is up on the rail. Sorry, I interrupted you.
That's okay. Now, Paul's got the challenge here. Another safety back. Using the 8 ball as a blocker now. And we'll just change the angle so we don't have to see Paul's head. Well, he made a good hit, but he left it up for Paul.
Yeah, I didn't think that was Tim Whitworth that Robin was playing, Amanda, but according to the bracket, well, it must be Mike Kurtz then. Paul didn't actually fill that match out because Tim Whitworth played Mike Kurtz earlier, and so it must be Mike Kurtz that Robin is playing. I was just trying to go with a Tim Whitworth, and hopefully nobody knew who Tim Whitworth was. Way to spoil my run there, Amanda. I had everybody convinced that I was perfect.
This is a winter break format, so it makes it real easy for one player to control the table.
Wow, Stan is up over JD 6-1.
Yeah.
Boom. Just like that.
I was talking to Stan yesterday, and he said something about losing his first or second match yesterday. And I said, Stan, you're not happy unless you're on the B side. And he looked at me and glared. I said, well,
It's kind of true, actually. He does come through the B
how often
side.
do you come through the A side?
It's very funny.
It's all right. He rocks the B side better than anybody I know.
Paul is certainly rearranging the furniture a lot today.
Yeah.
And Rick, we'll give you a flyer on being fooled regarding my perfection because I think this is the first time you ever watched us. So yeah,
So it looks like he's going to come off the rail, come over on the 8. And he's a little low on this 5, but it will make it easier for him to get up table.
yep,
And you come off the side rail and come out.
that was nice speed.
Paul's playing really good today.
Yeah, he is. Niners. Oh man, Drew Dog Cali. Now I gotta put your entries on the floor too.
Hey, Drew, yesterday when I asked you what your name was, I didn't connect the two. I'm sorry. Hi. Well, he was here, and I said, now, what was your name?
Oh, he never comes say hi to me. That's
Yeah.
another reason to lose his entries.
And
Man, you people.
not losing your entries. They're
No, we're
already
not.
in.
We're just kidding.
They're
We're just
already
kidding.
in. She doesn't have control over the iPad.
I really don't have any control over anything, not even my own self.
And Maddie, we forgive you for being a Steelers fan. I mean,
No,
not everybody's
no.
perfect, and that's your one fault, so, hey.
Well, if she's a Steelers fan, she's probably a Michigan fan. Those two things kind of go hand in hand.
You know, one thing we can forgive, but hey, if she's a Michigan fan, we're going to have to ban her. Ah, she says no, she's not a Michigan fan.
Well, at least she's not 100% delusional.
No, like I said, you know, everybody has a fault, and that's hers.
All right. Paul is taking a little bit of extra time here. He's actually waiting for Stan on the back table.
Oh, Stan just made a beautiful cut into the side pocket. And proceed. Yeah, well, I guess he wasn't trying to make.
He wasn't trying to make
the
the
two.
He was not trying
because
to make the two.
He put that cue ball right in the middle of a pack of balls down at the corner pocket. So now he has to play the safe. He has to get out of the safety. He was actually going to play on JT when that happens. Warner.
Warner, you are in so much trouble. Hits the side rail. All right. Well, Paul is putting a little bit of a beat down on Danny. All right, Paul's breaking. Come in. Almost made the one on the side, but looks like the cue ball is going to kick it up table. 3, 6, 7, 8. He has, could you go to the other angle, please? Yeah, come off the side rail, make the one in the corner.
Or that.
Or that. That works too.
All right, there we go. Okay, Warner. You're forgiven.
Ooh. Danny says, I see your safety and I'll raise you a safety.
See, as long as Paul stays out of the way, I can kind of show you this here. So, Warner, are you going to be at the expo next year? Because apparently I'm going to be there.
Well, Danny can see the one.
Four to three.
Yep, 4-3. I'm not sure who's who, but it's 4-3. Do you see the light now, Amanda? Are all things becoming clear? She's having her own moment. Which works because ohm has to do with electricity too, doesn't it? OHM.
Yeah.
So, yeah, see, I know things. Speaking of animal butts, I saw the stupidest thing on Facebook today. They have made little charms to put on your cat's butt. The little like charm necklaces, like they call them, I think, butt tinkles or something like that. Yeah,
Why?
I have no idea.
That just sounds.
It's wrong. It's just wrong and stupid.
Oh, he wants that to slow down. That looks like a leave I'd leave myself.
Yep.
Oh, I guess you're just going to take this down table. Oh, he's looking at the side. Well, I could have gotten shape on it if I'd taken it down table. It just One would have been a little longer shape. Whew. Are you still looking for that post?
Yeah, I don't know what happened to it. I saw it this morning when I was on Facebook, and now I don't know where it is. But yeah, so I'm gonna stop looking for it. Squirrel, squirrel, squirrel.
All right, that puts Paul up 6-0. This is a possible break and run here. Makes it 1. He's got the 2 in the corner. 2 is easy shape to the 3. You can either draw back off the rail or come around to get shape on the 4.
Ah, Mandy just tagged me. I just sent it to my Facebook page. But yeah, there you go. It's called Tinkle Tush. Is that just not retarded?
Why?
I don't know why. Thanks, Mandy. My life is now complete. Not. All right, so Paul is going to cut the 4 ball. Right?
Oh my God.
I think Thor needs one of those.
Thor would eat it. There is nothing in this in our house that is not a play toy for Thor. And this cat's almost 2 years old. I mean, I set my glass.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's there.
He's good.
I set my glasses on the bed. He picks them up and takes them with him. Just like, give me my glasses back. Where are you going with those?
That's funny. He is. I'm not a cat person, but he is a damn cute cat.
He can be annoying. He takes things out of the garbage. I mean, you would think he's a dog sometimes.
Oh, look at that. That's pretty shape right there.
That is pretty shape.
Very nicely done.
And Paul is a Canadian 9-ball champion, so he's a pretty sporty player.
He's what?
Pretty sporty player.
He's a sporty player.
Ramsey would have that thing off in about 2 seconds. Can't keep a collar on that cat either.
You would be able to catch Garfield to put it on him. All right, so that puts Paul in the win column. Defeats Dan Louie by a score of 7-0.
I haven't seen Paul play that well in a long time.
He has. Well, it was a couple of years ago at the Spokane Open. He was playing this well. You know, he made it all the way to the point, and yeah, very good.